Hey, I'm coming to you this week with my friend Diana, and she and I are Dr. Amen brain health coaches. And we get together once a week and we just do a little Klatch where we just have a good conversation about some issues that we have going on and that we feel is very important to us. And we know that it could be very important to y'all as well. So I'm going to be talking about why didn't my doctors tell me? It's a subject that's maybe some of y'all might be thinking about too. And my talk is going to be about the fact that for about 8 years, I've had an ongoing issue where I'd go in and I'd do my yearly exams and lab work, and it was showing about 8 years ago, I was on the high end of normal and in my glucose. Nobody said anything to me about it. I didn't even know that that was something I should be considering. But I noticed the next year that I actually crossed over into the borderline. I'm sure, Diana, you understand how that is about hearing about being on the
Yes,
borderline.
the same thing happened to me. No one told me. Well, actually, my last doctor did bring it to my attention, and she was transitioning into the Institute of Functional Medicine and taking the courses to be a functional medicine doctor, but none of my other doctors told me. And she said, honey, you got to do something about this.
Well, and that's what happened with me, is because nobody told me until I went to a functional medicine doctor. And but that was like 7 years after I was just sitting there on the borderline. And oddly enough, the year that I crossed over from being on the high end of normal to being considered pre-diabetic, I was diagnosed hypothyroid. And those two go oftentimes hand in hand with insulin resistance. And at the very same, actually the next year, I started experimenting with pellets because I was having fluctuations with estrogen and progesterone. And another biggie, an issue with insulin resistance. So from that point forward, I can honestly tell you that, being on the borderline is not a good thing. It is definitely something to take issue with, because I noticed that my health started to, take an overall decline. I had mental confusion, the brain fog. I had all these issues. And so, it was just something that I feel very passionate about, is letting people know that it is important to know where you're at in your health, and not just assume because your doctor doesn't tell you something that there might not be an issue that's underlying and is going on and maybe brewing to become something else. And so, now I truly am struggling to just stay in the range of pre-diabetic, not to cross over to being diabetic. So, it's very important. I do believe that we need to be alerted that oftentimes it's overlooked when it's just, not the number that they consider to be diabetic. And like we were talking about before, when you said something about medication, when the medication is recommended, well, then suddenly it's discussed.
Yeah, can I say something?
Yes.
Can I add something? They don't say anything until they can do something about it. And when they can do something about it, they can give you medication. But the medication isn't going to make the condition go away. The medication is going to treat the symptoms, not the cause. And the cause, we have the power to do something about it. It is not easy. And that's why we have these conversations, but we have the power, and that's why we're here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. So we'll let you know how it goes. These issues that we discuss are not easy issues, and they don't have, there is no cookie cutter. This is work for me. This will work for you. This is works for everyone. No, we are each unique with our own issues. And, but, you know, we have commonalities. Taking care of ourselves is going to look different, but it's the same for everybody. That part is the same.
It's the same. Yeah.
Well, thank you for being with us.
Yeah,
we hope you enjoyed our show, and we look forward to next
See you
week.
next week. Yep.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.